Today on the channel, we're back at it with another Wrestling Giant series unboxing from Latoonie. And today, we're finally getting that yin and yang. We're getting Smash from Demolition.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Latoonie unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got Demolition Smash. But for all your Latoonie needs, gotta go to the Latoonie website. I think that's the only place these are sold. I swooped in there for the holiday sale, the New Year's sale, I think it was, and this was 20% off. I believe that was the total. Swooped in, got to get the deal out there, and I felt I really needed this because I did get the axe from Latoonie. Check out the axe unboxings. We'll do some comparisons later in this video. But you can't have axe without Smash unless you're LJN back in the day. But here we are going to be reuniting the tag team once again, as we've had to do many a times over the years from a lot of different toy lines. And it really was the year of Demolition in 2025, as most of us know. I will have a 2025 best of Demolition countdown. It writes itself at this point, coming to the channel, so be on the lookout for that already or coming soon. It just depends. But another thing that does not depend is how we're going to do this unboxing. We're going to do it like all the other unboxings. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, let's dive into it. Once again, we get the black card series here. Looking interesting. Looking very LJN-like. Wrestling Giant series up there at the top. Includes a poster. You know we're here for that. Now, we do got Smash here, looking a lot like Axe from LJN. That's my biggest fault with Latoonie, is they're basically copying the LJN homework. However, Mattel's doing the exact same thing, so it's all the rage, apparently, in this day and age. But I do prefer when we get new poses, new styles for these figures. And it's interesting that we're getting Smash just like Axe. I don't know. We'll get into it here at comparison time, of course. But you do got the stickers on here. It does say Demolition Smash, Latoonie, Demolition Smash, Latoonie. All the usual stuff. 18 and up. You 17-year-olds, you can maybe drive a car. You can't handle this Smash. He'll smash right through you. We know how that goes. Latoonie on the back, cartoon style. No cross-sell. Got to be promoting the brand if you ask me. But besides that, I do like how these figures feel. I've been a champion of the feel to these figures. And you think by now I'd know how to unbox these guys too, but I feel like I popped them out. There we go. You get a little pressure there, and the card is extremely thick, so you don't have to break the card. And these do come off fairly clean, all things considered. Just work your way around. That's what I'm talking about. See you later. Bam! See you later. Goodbye. We do get the back protector piece, which I do prefer here. It stops some of the bleeding from the paint. See you later. Goodbye. Got our little poster, but there it is. Clean off the card. Very thick. See you later. Goodbye. And then, of course, got the rubber band ready to go. And we get the same back art here in poster form. Save the posters. I might get one of those books at like Michael's or Hobby Lobby or something. They have those little books where you can put these into. Maybe that's what I need to do. I don't know. See you later. Goodbye. Oh, almost fell off the table. Got that going on. But now we got old Smash going on. And here comes the axe. Here comes the Smasher. Basically feels like Axe back in the day, if you remember that. But with the Smash's head. Smash's head. And they're doing the old Jesse the Body Ventura pose right there off to the side. And it's funny, until I was an adult, I never even put two and two together. They were the same kind of pose. It's wild to think that there. But I guess that's partially because I didn't have Axe as a little kid. I had a buddy that had it, and I was very jealous. But then I did end up getting it, but I got it from that buddy later on when he got out of wrestling. I said, I'm into wrestling still, and I'll take it. And I used to have Axe and Warlord team up in my childhood fig fed. It's like, you know, they don't have their partners. Both their partners got killed in a bad auto accident, so they're going to form a team together. It made sense at the time, but here we are with Smash today. Now, no articulation, as you can imagine. However, you got good movement out of the legs, LJN-style movement out of them, I would say. Looks like Smash, and if I was a kid playing with this one, this would be, my imagination would say this is blood on Smash. He's getting all busted up in his matches. I know some of you hardcores out there would take like pins and paint and stuff and paint on your figures. I kept my figures so pristine. I remember when I was a kid, I've probably told this story before. I'd have my LJNs out, and I was very gentle. I didn't want any paint smudges. I didn't want any of that nonsense going on. But then you'd have buddies come over and spend the night. Hey, let's play LJNs or let's play Hasbros. I'm like, all right. And they'd sit down and it'd be just like this. They'd be banging these things, just absolute animals. And I'd see these kids like, whoa, 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 whoa. We're not doing that. Let's play some video games instead. And then they'd be throwing your controllers and stuff. A lot of wild kids, West Side KP once upon a time. But nobody was banging my stuff together. I was like, I'm going to keep these going. Let's do something else. Maybe you were like that, or maybe you were one of those kids that was banging, clanging and banging stuff together. Oh, I hope not, but you never know. You do what you do. If we do know. But we do got everything molded in here. Got the demolition outfit going on. You got the studs, the black leather. Looking like a young Rob Halford circa Hellbent for leather. Looks like he's going to hop on a Harley is what it looks like. 2 fists of fury for him here. Boots, studs throughout. We got the Latoonie branding on the bottom of the feet. We're here for that as well. Always be branding your stuff. But it looks like Smash looks basically like what we would have got probably in the LJN day back in the day. But I do think if LJNs would have made Smash, I got to think they would have gave him a different position. Don't you think? Don't you think? But I do got the Latoonie axe right here. Now, one huge gripe I have between these two is I would have, if I'm Latoonie, if you're going to keep this, that's fine. But put the other arm the other way. So maybe it's like the yin and yang. We get a little of that. That would have been something a little bit different. It looks like both of these guys are getting ready to hang out with Susanna. Was it Susanna Hoffs? Is that who it is? They're going to walk like an Egyptian. It looks like they're on their way to do that right here. I don't know. Got to get the most out of your molds, though. Basically the same figure twice, as you can see. Just different heads. And I'm not sure if I'm sold on this Axe smiling head. He wasn't a smiling guy, if I remember correctly. But we do got that going on. And then we did get a second Axe over here. Would be interesting, and maybe I wouldn't put it past Latoonie. Are they going to make another Smash with a different face paint? I feel like they have to at this point because you got 2 axes in one Smash. I need 2 Smashes, 2 axes. Gets convoluted once again, but we do got some comparisons to do. We do got the original big rubber guys here, Axe and Smash. It's so crazy how I thought these were absolutely amazing when they first came out, but now they're probably the worst versions of LJN style Axe and Smash. Constant learning, constant improvement. It's just wild how far we've come as a society in our LJN figures over the last couple of years. But these are very rough, especially with the extra small feet. They don't even stand very well. Absolutely despise these figures. I can't even get them to stand. But man, once upon a time, I thought these were absolutely amazing. But then these bad boys came along. Of course, the latest ones from the big rubber guys looking very good. I'm having trouble with my Smash standing over time. I don't know if you guys are having that problem too. I'm going to bundle these guys up here, but man, these are amazing figures. Absolutely love this version of Demolition. We'll see what ends up happening. And one thing all these other Demolitions have that the Latoonies does not is masks, removable masks to put on them. We didn't get those from Latoonie, and I could see Latoonie possibly saying, or others saying, well, the original LJNs didn't have a mask. They're not going to have a mask. I guess I can check that math out, but it also feels like a way to save some money, if you ask me. But I am happy to have this Smash to go along with this axe. Feels somewhat complete. I feel a little uneasy here having 2 axes in one Smash, but it's the life I live at this point, and maybe we will get a Smash in the future. We'll see what happens. But man, if you're a Demolition fan, you had to love 2025 going into 2026 here. So many retros, so many LJN styles, so many Mattel style figures, and more to come here in the year. Just a wild, wild time to be a Demolition fan. But if you're a Demolition fan, you got to be loving it. There's no doubt about it. So there it is, though. Demolition Latoonie Smash to join Axe. Be interested to hear your thoughts on this one. Pick up, pass, long game, no game, not so sure game. Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you over on Patreon. Patreon, the best way to support this YouTube channel. You can also hit up YouTube channel memberships if that is your thing. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com, which is also the name of my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show. Available every Tuesday wherever podcasts are found with video cast on YouTube. And then, of course, don't forget my 2 books, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers and The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstar Series, both available on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. For Smash, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we going to dance or are we going to play?